Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Dunbar Snack Bar here with my best defensive play so far in my player mode with Squints here. Now, this might be unfair a little bit because I did get up ridiculously fast there, but hey, I still thought it was cool and it was worth posting. Not part of this game, but part of another one. Now, because this is obviously in my player commentary here of MLB 2K11, kind of wanted to just hang back, relax with you guys a little bit, and talk some baseball. Wanted to give you my predictions for 2011, how it's going to end up, who ends up winning the World Series and stuff like that. Kind of talk some baseball with you too, and things going on with the channel as well. I know this is kind of out of order. One of the things I usually do, or one of the things I like to do, I guess, is to kind of have a rotation of videos, like have a viewer request game, and then do a franchise, and then a my player mode. But I banned this one here a little bit just because I did want to hang back and relax with you guys a little bit, and with all the stuff that's going on, I didn't really want to take the time to do a whole bunch of editing or anything like that and do another game. Don't worry, I'll have more of them coming. It's not like these next few ones are going to be my player mode, but I just thought I'd take a little bit of a break, but continue my commitment to post videos for you guys. So without further ado, let's just go into the predictions and how I think it's going to end up. We'll start off with the AL West. I'm going to give this one to the Texas Rangers. I don't think it's going to be a big win, though. I think it's going to be pretty close with the Oakland Athletics. Obviously, with the loss of Cliff Lee, I think the Rangers have a pitcher that they really cannot replace, and so I think they will have some struggles this year. Now, the reason why I say it's going to be close with the Oakland Athletics is because the A's did a lot of good offseason acquisitions, picked up a lot of good guys like Hideki Matsui. And I think that is really going to strengthen the team in places where it was already strong and also fill in some gaps where there were some weaknesses. So I'm expecting a lot of the A's. I'm not going to say that they're going to make it to the playoffs this year, but I think they're going to do better than what they traditionally do. So AL West goes to the Texas Rangers. Now for the AL Central, I'm giving this one to the Minnesota Twins, partially because I really don't think there's too much competition out of the Twins. I think that the White Sox are going to be close for a while, and they're going to give them a good run for their money at some points, but I think at the end of the season, it's not really going to be any competition at all. I think the Twins will be able to cruise into the playoffs. So, AL East, this is a tough one because the AL East, you've got three really good teams this year. You got the Red Sox, the Yankees, and the Tampa Bay Rays. And that's the order I'm going to give it here. I'm going to say that the Red Sox end up winning the AL East, even though they have been doing they haven't been playing too hot as of late. I'm going to give the Yankees second place, and the Rays are going to get third. So when it comes to the AL wild card, I'm going to give that one to the Yankees. So the way that I have it matched up, I've got Red Sox versus the Twins, and I've got the Rangers and Yankees. I have both the Red Sox and the Yankees winning their series. So an epic rivalry there to crown the champion of the American League, and I'm going to give it to the Red Sox. So the Red Sox will be in the World Series for the American League. Now, in the National League, I'm going to say that for the NL West, it's going to go to the Giants, again, because of their pitching. I think the Dodgers will be close at some points, but really not be too big of a challenge. Kind of similar to what you're going to see with the Twins out of the White Sox in the AL Central. Now, for the NL Central, I am going to give the winner to the Cincinnati Reds, which is a big surprise to a lot of people. I don't think that the Cubs have the team this year to be able to make it to the playoffs. I do think that it's going to be a close run with the Cardinals in there. I think that the Cardinals won't win it because, one, they've lost Wainwright, which is one of, if not their best pitchers. And I think with everything that's going on with Albert Pujols, that will distract some people on the team. Now, Tony La Russa did say that Albert Pujols will not be a distraction to the team, but I don't see how everything that's going on with him could not be a distraction. So we're going to say the Cincinnati Reds, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Cardinals end up winning it. It's kind of a toss-up right now on who would win that. Now, going to the NL East, this is also a tough one because you got two really good teams in the Phillies and the Braves, but I'm going to say the Phillies win it because of the pitching. but the Braves make the NL wild card. Now, expect a lot out of the Braves for the next few years because, well, they are very young. They're pretty good. So I'm expecting them to be a powerhouse in the National League for some time to come. So I guess that's just my prediction. Now, the way that it will play out, I have Phillies and Reds, and then I have the Giants and the Braves. I'm going to say, this is really weird because this is going to basically mirror the American League. I'm going to say that the Braves beat the Giants this year, and I'm going to also say that the Phillies beat the Reds. So I'm going to have the Phillies end up winning this one, so it's going to be Red Sox and Phillies at the end of the year, and Phillies end up winning it all. Now, a lot of you are probably wanting to know why I think that, so try and hang with me here. Ever since the big crackdown on steroids and other performance-enhancing drugs, baseball has become a lot more of a pitcher sport. Batting averages have gone down, power hitting has gone down, and overall runs produced have gone down as well too since the crackdown. So you see that pitchers definitely have, a greater advantage. So when you look at a team like the Phillies who have an amazing starting lineup, ooh, that was bad. That was a bad swing. Oh my gosh, that's embarrassing. But when you take a look at the Phillies, like I was saying, who have a really good team. Oh, there's another one. Oh man, I don't want to post this, but it's all right. I guess every once in a while gets some bad swings in there. But anyway, going back. So when you take a look at a team like the Phillies, who have phenomenal starting pitching, especially, that's an advantage that can't be overlooked, and is more of an advantage now than it was 5-10 years ago. So I think that their starting pitching is going to have like 75 wins just between them. So that's why I think that the Phillies are going to win it all, which is kind of a surprise because I never thought that I'd ever say that the Phillies would win, but they've really put together a great team. There was a great article that I found on the internet talking about everything that took place for the Phillies to be able to get the kind of team that they have. Some aggressive base running right there. It's pretty interesting, and it seems like a lot of things really fell into place, and I think that they will be rewarded for their luck here in being able to pick up like Cliff Lee and some other guys here recently. So those are my predictions for 2011. I know not everybody's going to agree. In fact, I think less people are going to agree with me than those who will not agree with me, which is totally cool because everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I totally respect how you think it's going to end up. I just wanted to share with you my opinion, and I don't look down on anybody who might think differently than me. So, feel free to comment on what you guys think. Be nice to other people who might not believe what you think. But feel free to comment below on what you think is going to happen for the 2011 season. Things that are going on with baseball. One of the big things that's going on right now, and it'll probably have already passed before I get this up, is Manny Ramirez. I think that was pretty low what he did. One, using performance-enhancing drugs. My opinion on it is players, of course, shouldn't do it. I never used it when I played baseball, and granted, I never saw it. But I know people who did, and it was kind of unfair because the people who would beat them out for certain spots ended up getting those positions because they were using steroids when they would not have gotten there anyway. So, of course, at the major league level, I think that, as examples and role models for a lot of people, they shouldn't be doing that. So, Manny Ramirez, I was disappointed already. This was the second time he was caught for performance-enhancing drugs. But just to up and retire, I can kind of see where he's coming from because I think this is going to be a very embarrassing season for him. After, I guess when he is clean and not using any kind of steroids or anything like that, he's a pretty decent player. And when he's not that great. At the beginning of the season, he was 1-17 already as a designated hitter. And you need your designated hitter to produce. So I didn't expect him actually to be playing actively for too long. Now, I know I did a commentary where I said if you were an American League team and you needed a designated hitter, go ahead and pick up Manny Ramirez. I also put the stipulation in there. I would not get him for personal reasons, or I would not want him for personal reasons. And now you guys know why. He was definitely a shoo-in for the Hall of Fame before all this happened, but I don't think there's any chance that he's going to be able to make it now. Especially when you look a lot at the Hall of Fame voting this year, there was a few players in there, that were almost shoo-ins, like Palmeiro. Palmeiro 10 years ago was guaranteed to be in the Hall of Fame, and this year he didn't even get 15% of the votes. So I think that the sports writers who do the voting have definitely, gave their say on what they think about it. And I think the way Manny Ramirez has handled this, there's absolutely no way he's going to be in the Hall of Fame, which in some ways is kind of sad, but I think he kind of deserves it as well for everything. But that's kind of my take on there. If you're, a Manny Ramirez fan, power to you. But, going back to what I said earlier, that's just my opinion. So don't think down on you or anything. The other thing that's going on in baseball that's really big right now is the San Francisco Giants fan who was beat up by some Dodgers fans. I thought that was pretty bad. I'm a big college football fan. I live in Nebraska, so the Cornhuskers are my football team. And I'm kind of proud to be a Husker fan because I think we're pretty tolerant of other teams. And it's kind of sad because I've traveled and seen some games, out of state, where it was just bad. I mean, I know some people who have to go to games taking a car that doesn't have a Nebraska license plate because so many of their tires get slashed and stuff like that. I think it ruins the game. And so I'm really disappointed in those Dodgers fans who decided to beat up that Giants fan. And apparently, Major League Baseball is taking this very seriously, and I think that's good. I think baseball is definitely a gentleman's game. People should respect each other regardless of their affiliation with team. Because like I said early on when I started doing commentaries, I have more of a respect of the game of baseball than I do of any one team. And I think that I'm not trying to put myself on any kind of pedestal, but I think that if that was kind of the mentality that a lot of people had, I think baseball would be a much kinder sport between fans. Rivalries are good, don't get me wrong, and I think competition between teams is good as well, but I don't think when you get to that point of, I don't want to say, well, let's just put it this way. When you get to that level of passion for a team where you feel like that you have to harm fans of other teams, I think that there's something wrong with that. But that's kind of my take on that. Just really briefly, I hit over 200 subscribers, which I think was pretty cool. So I just wanted to thank everybody who's subscribed so far and to welcome those who are new. Hope you enjoyed this. Take a look at some of the other games. Like I said, I do a franchise mode and I do viewer request games besides this. So hopefully you enjoyed this. I'll probably do a My Player gameplay commentary here pretty soon, but I just wanted to get that out of the way and kind of have this serve as a distraction through everything that's going on. Personally, for me right now. But thanks for watching. Send in your requests for any viewer request games that you'd like to see, and feel free to like this. That helps me out a lot when you hit the like button, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, guys. Follow me on Twitter. Forgot to say that one, twitter.com/dsnackbar. But again, thanks for watching. As always, you guys have a good one.